Hausa people, what is really wrong with you people? What is really wrong with you people? You people are not the only one that runs this country. Just yesterday, the House of Rep rejected the Sharia law that the Northerners introduced to govern the entire nation, Nigeria. Does it even make sense to you? A country that has 4 major tribes. Not only do they have 4 major tribes, they speak different languages. They practice different religion. They have different cultures. And people want to introduce Sharia law, an Islamic law. Imagine the Igbos coming to impose Ahmadiyya on our law. Or the Christian community coming to impose Christian law on the whole of Nigeria. Regardless of where the religion you belong to. It doesn't make sense. You people are not the only one that runs this country. I say, if they do something more that they use on our brain. There are things you see. How do you even... God. Doesn't even make sense. Introducing a Sharia law in a country that practices different religion, that speak different dialect, that don't even understand themselves. We are not even done with the government itself being one. Na Sharia law I want to introduce. On a decrease.
Speaker, Nigeria has never limited anybody from practicing his religion. You go to states like in the north where you have Sharia being practiced as the criminal code for those states. It is because it's peculiar to them as a people and as a persons. By the time we begin to expand it and bring it into our constitution, we are not an Islamic state. We're a secular state. We're not a celestial state. We're a secular state. We are not a traditional worship state. We're a secular state that respects and gives everybody a sense of belonging. We're a nation. We need to be sensitive to the mood.
Hello guys, Yoruba youth no grill. They are giving it back to the Sultan of Sokoto, Igbos, like back to back. They no agree at all. I never know that Yoruba can stand strong. I thought it's only Igbos that used to agitate for something or against something. I never know that Yorubas can actually open their mouth to say we don't want this or we want this. That is what we are talking about. Yes, let it not be like it is only one tribe that is on. When someone comes to impose something that you do not like as a nation or as a tribe, of course it is only natural. It is only natural that you people speak up, that the Yoruba speak up and say we do not want it. It's the same thing that is happening in Igbos, and they term some people terrorists. It is not terrorists. When something foreign is introduced to you, you will react. Just like this Sharia law now. No Yoruba know that a day will come like this when Nigeria, that their own person is the president, we impose something as strong as do you know that this Sharia is not something like say you people start paying tax. So once it has come, it has come, and once it enters one Yoruba state like this, that is how it will go from one state to the other. I'm hearing that they want to bring it to East, but I think that is a rumor because they know that it is not possible. It is not actually possible. The East, the Southeast have their own case that they are dealing with. You will not want to come and bring your own to join it. They will look at you as what do you think you are doing? Hello. So Yorubas are standing their ground very, very strong. In fact, if you see the way they are talking to the Sultan of Sokoto anyhow, you will feel like this man, can't you just respect yourself? Because yes, someone said that Nigeria is a secular country in the sense that we have so many religions, and not just religious people that speak different language. This Sharia law was able to work in the north because majority of people there are northern, and they have agreed that they want this, so it's a go ahead order. And for this thing to actually pass, the state governor, the state, everybody in the state, majority of people in the state has to say, yes, okay, we accept it. But this one, they do not accept it. What are you writing later for? They do not accept it. They say they do not want it. This is a big issue in Nigeria right now. In fact, with how this issue is going, if it persists, it's going to pass the one Igbos are shouting Biafra up and down. Yes, so because this is like a religious. It's going to bring like a religious and also a tribal war between the north and the southwest. Yes, now Igbos are announced they are no longer part of this. It's now going to be between the Yorubas and the Fulanis. It is going to be very, very tough. It is going to be very, very tough. We will know how this thing later ends. But then, let me play you the videos of what the Yorubas have to say concerning this. How they are giving it back to the Sultan of Sokoto.
Chapter 7, Part B, Section 275 of Nigeria Constitution stated that Sharia should be established if a state requires it. Now, I'm going to interpret it for you. A state to require it, the state government must require it. The state government must pass a law to establish it. So, if the Southwest states and leaders are not requesting for Sharia courts, please, what right do you have as the Sultan of Sokoto from the north to be daring our governor? Yoruba people, it is time to shine your eyes, open it wide. I kuku know my Ekiti people. Don't be Sharia law, actions speak louder than voice. You will tell us why you want to take it to Ekiti, my state. You will tell us the constitutional and legal framework, that jurisdiction that you have, and what you want to use to back this alien culture I want to bring to Ekiti state. These people living in Ekiti that are pushing for this agenda, they are not indigenous. I want to allow Kogi state. Most of them trace their lineage. Everybody mọ̀ pé àwọn tó ti pẹ́ díẹ̀ tán fún lẹ̀ táwọn náà ti gbọ́ Yorùbá tán sọ di máàmù gbà yẹn táwọn sọ pé àwọn àtàjẹ́ indigenous káwọn náà ṣe Muslim. These are the people pushing for this rubbish. The fact that we have more than 96% Christian in Ekiti, that does not make Ekiti state a Christian state. Ekiti is not a Christian or Muslim state. No. Ilẹ̀ Òòṣà nílẹ̀ Ekiti. Ilẹ̀ àwọn egúnmọ̀lẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ gbé Sharia wá níbo? Igede is home to Ọ̀ṣun. Ìré ni ìlú Ògún. Ado is the home of Ifá. We don't know. Brother, we are expecting all of you and your Sultan to take this matter to court. If you want to toe the civil line, we are ready for you. And if it is another way, trust me, the good people of Ekiti are ready to defend their land. The law that accurately back it up for you to bring Sharia to a state without the requirement by the state government and the majority of the people, you will explain it, yes, to the good people of Ekiti State. You will explain why you think the Sharia court is above the Supreme Court of this country. And gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ àlè tẹ́ ti gbó lọ́wọ́ àràbù ó dàbí pé orí yín ti dàrú. You better return whatever you have collected and forget about the favour they promise you, because we the Ọmọlúwàbí will never allow you to turn Yorùbá land to Sudan and Somalia. Àníru ogun nílẹ̀, I'm telling you, because that's what you want. Ogun dẹ̀ ní ṣẹlẹ̀. Lastly, let me tell the northern people that freedom is coming for all in this country. Western region has come back to life. Regional government is coming. You see the Middle Belt region, they will have their own region because they are not north. Enough of deceiving them with the Arewa propaganda. Enough is enough. Be and let other people be. Yes.
Allows for freedom of worship of all religions. Mr. Speaker, we would not sit in this hollow chamber and restrict ourselves to just a few. If we begin to put such components into the Constitution, tomorrow the ecclesiastical faction comes up. The day after, the traditional faction comes up. The day after, all other components begin to come up. And what happens to our grand norm that is supposed to be the foundation of our existence? Mr. Speaker, Nigeria has never limited anybody from practicing his religion. You go to states like in the north, where you have Sharia being practiced as the criminal code for those states. It is because it's peculiar to them as a people and as a persons. By the time we begin to expand it and bring it into our constitution, we are not an Islamic state. We're a secular state. We're not a celestial state. We're a secular state. We are not a traditional worship state. We're a secular state that respects and gives everybody a sense of belonging. We're a nation. We need to be sensitive to the mood and the existence, freedom of speech, freedom of association, to live in happiness, not a scenario whereby there could be some misconceptions. To this end, I wish to crave the indulgence of the sponsor of this bill that he steps it down for more legislative input, and consultation, which would be more in tune with our beliefs and the norms. But I do not believe it's a legislation that should pass for second reading. I so submit.
Islamic law. Let me start by saying that the Constitution mandates our government that they shall not adopt any religion as a state religion, meaning that Nigeria is a secular state. Number two is the fact that Section 38 is very clear as to the rights given to all Nigerians in terms of choice of religion and how they worship. Section 2 goes further to say that Nigeria is a federation consisting of the federal government and then the state governments, giving the states the liberality to adopt whatever kind of law they want to use in governing their people. And that's why we have some states with all this Sharia law and all of that. They are permitted to do it, the State House of Assembly. But the Constitution, as a ground norm that governs all of us, the traditional institutions, the Yorubas in the Yoruba land, the Igbo in the east, the Shekiri, the Fulanis, the Hausas, gives us only one right, the right to choose whichever one we want. We can therefore not allow this constitution to become so filled with frivolities that is supposed to be the mandate of the state. We have all been clamoring for physical federalism. Give more power to the states to do it the way they want, to do it in the way of the culture of their people. And that's why I would want to implore the mover of this motion to please allow us to please step down this amendment for the time being, so that we can deliberate more on it. Because of course, from the way I see it, it's such that the state should be considering, not here. The problem of religious war, we started as far back as 1938 in this country. Let it not start here again. Let it not be that it is this house that is going to put fuel to the very fragile democracy, to the very fragile situation, the unity between us. It's very important. As we are talking now, people are hearing us. People are seeing us, thinking that we want to promote one religion over the other. I therefore pray that we step this down for the time being. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You know the strangest thing in this thing, I've never seen one person come out to say they are in support of this. Even the Yoruba Muslim, even the ordinary Muslim self, the Northern Muslim, I've not seen someone to come out to say this is something good. The Yoruba should allow this to happen. Nobody. So why are they forcing it on these people? Why are they forcing it on the Yorubas? Someone said they want to Fulanize Nigeria. How is it possible? It is possible. Nothing. When you have a Muslim and a Muslim in the top, president Muslim, vice president Muslim, nothing is not possible. Nothing is not possible, and this is what people has been saying when the presidential campaign started. Say this is not normal. A Muslim and a Muslim, of course, they are going to do what you don't expect Tinubu to come and be sanctioning their fellow Muslim and telling them what to. He is part of them. That's why he has been quiet in all of this. He has been quiet. He has not said anything. But had it been that one of them is a Christian, he will actually come and speak for these people and say what you are doing is not right. It should not go. The bill is not even meant to exist, let alone passing the first hearing, because it is not right. People need to. You don't force religion on people. You don't force association on people. People have that right. Nigerians have that. It is in the constitution. The worst part is that we don't even know whether we are even following the law again in anything that we are doing in this country, because it seems like someone can just wake up and state their own and say this is what we hold again, and nobody will question the person. Because what is this? The way this case is going, because this group do not want. This group say you must want. I don't know how it's going to end, but we'll watch and see. I'm going to continue to bring more updates of this on your doorstep. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And